Ever wondered why so many people video themselves? Ever thought about doing it yourself? Do you do it yourself? In this video, I want to discuss the whole concept of why and how to video your climbs in 2005. Let's do this. Hi, it's Gordon, Fat Old Climber, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this channel is plotting my progress as I progress towards my goal of climbing a 7A, which I believe is a V6. In today's video, I want to discuss something that is becoming more and more common, and some people don't like it, but a lot of people are doing it, and that's filming your climbs. I want to discuss why do it, and then I want to go through some of the options you have in 2025 for doing it. Whether you're doing it just for yourself, whether you're doing it to try and improve, whether you're doing it for your own vanity, or whether you're doing it to post on social media, or whether you're trying to be an international climbing influencer like myself. And also I want to talk about some etiquette on videoing yourself, some do's and don'ts. I'm going to put chapter links, which you'll see down the bottom, which will split into some of the options and will allow you to skip forward to where you want to be. I've been videoing myself pretty much since I started climbing over 10 years ago in one way, shape or form. I wasn't always posting it, it was just for myself. I wasn't on Instagram, I certainly wasn't on YouTube. I videoed my daughter climbing, and I still have some of those videos, and it's a real joy to look back at her when she started climbing. I would sometimes post a video of either myself or her on Facebook so that friends or relatives could see. If you find this subject interesting or useful, then don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're not a subscriber here, then don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel. And make sure you ring the bell. If you don't ring the bell, YouTube won't tell you when I've posted a new video. And you run the risk of missing some of the fantastic content coming your way. As we go through the video, let me know your thoughts. Do you video yourself? Do you have a problem with other people videoing yourself? Are you one of these people who thinks all people videoing should be banned? Let me know in the comments. So let's get into this. What are some of the reasons you might film yourself? Well, when I started climbing, what I was doing was I was filming myself so that I could see form. When I started climbing, I wasn't really climbing with other people. I would come along with my daughter, but I was interested in improving. So one of the most common... Why? So one of the most common reasons that people will start filming themselves is so that they can see what they're doing, so that they can improve. And it's even people I climb with that are very experienced climber, every now and then they'll be trying something, they're not quite sure of their position in the wall, they're not quite sure of what they'll need to do to achieve a particular movement. Videoing is a good alternative to asking someone. Plus, if you ask someone, you're not necessarily going to be able to get useful information for you. So, first reason for filming yourself, and probably the most important reason, is to improve. Other reasons to film might include just to have a record for yourself. I find it very interesting to look back on some of my older videos of when I started climbing, and it really makes me realise how bad I actually was, or more importantly, makes me realise how much I've come along. So keeping a track, keeping a record of your climbing journey is a good reason to film yourself. And then there's probably the most common for a lot of people, which is for posting on social media. Instagram, TikTok, etc. is awash with people who film themselves to post climbs, and more power to them. It's what I started doing. As I say, I went from filming myself in order to improve to when I stumbled across some people who were more my size, more my age on Instagram. I thought there's not a lot of them about, which is why I started posting on Fat Old Climber, and it was why I filmed most of my content. Beat it! What are you looking for? Are you looking to see what that said? It's why I posted.
I think your shorts is too short.
Well, you can't see my shorts. These are a direct response to folk complaining about my shorts being too big. Now I don't know where I was. And then once I started posting on Instagram, I would predominantly film in landscape, poor quality, because Instagram quality is not that good. Once I moved over to YouTube, things like quality made a big difference, so how I film changed, and I'll talk a bit more about that. So we talked about why you would film, but let's now look at some of your options. Well, I think the main thing is most people will have one of these. Most people will have a smartphone. Oh, look, I'm on this. Most people will have a smartphone, and one of the best things I remember about cameras when I was very into them was that the best camera is the one you have with you. So most people have a smartphone. Most smartphones have at least adequate cameras, in some cases superb cameras. So I guess the most common way to film yourself will be using your phone, and I'll talk about some of the different methods about using a phone. But moving up from that, you might have an action camera like a GoPro, or in this case, which is an Insta360. Insta360 Go 3 is good because it's got a separate little thing, which means this can be mounted on various places, or this can be mounted on a tripod or sat on the mat pointing up. Up from that, you might have this thing I'm filming this on. What I'll need to do is I'll need to film this with this so that I'm not interrupting. So what I'm filming this on is called an Osmo Pocket 3. It's a particularly good thing for general filming rather than an action camera, because it has a gimbal on it which gives you really steady footage. It will allow you to track yourself on a wall. It's small, it's compact. I can stick this in my pocket while I'm climbing if I want. Now, if you're going to use your phone, you have a lot of different options about how to do it. Now, I'm assuming we're not talking about someone who's going to stand on the mat filming you. If you have someone with you, I would always say one of the best ways to get yourself filmed is ask a friend to film for you. If you do that, you then run into the problem of, are they any good at filming? Are they good at keeping you in frame? Are they going to cut you off? Are they going to follow up the wall? Are they going to hold the phone steady? So some people, like myself, are quite fussy about that, and some people don't care about it. So be careful, or have a think about who it is you're asking to film yourself. But the main thrust of this video is filming yourself climbing, and once you look at filming yourself, you have a lot of options. One of the options I see more often than not is people who will just stick their phone in their chalk bag. It works best in chalk buckets, as you can see here. It works particularly well, particularly on a phone with a very wide angle lens. It has its problems. It takes quite a lot of setting up to make sure that the whole climb is in the picture, as you can see here, and it's prone to people not necessarily realising you're filming, and they might walk in front of you or kick it or knock it over or fall. Also, you see quite a lot on Instagram, people who are doing it this way and not realising they haven't set it up right, so the crux of the climb or the end of the climb isn't even on the footage. You then have nifty little devices like this thing, which is a pocket tripod. I'll open this up and show you. So this is a credit card sized tripod. Basically, how it works is you pivot and tilt these things up, and then you have a holder for your phone. Phone just sits in and it mounts on the mat. Sorry, phone just sits in and then it mounts on the mat. my view of these things is they are, why, you're like a 4-year-old. My view of these things is they're particularly good on a flat surface, but not necessarily good on a mat. Up from that, you could use a tripod. Now I have this tripod, which is probably larger than most people would need. It folds out, and this one's got Apple MagSafe on it, so this will sit on the mat. It's quite stable. You can adjust it quite well. It will go really low somehow, I can't remember how. So a mini tripod isn't a bad idea, and the good thing about a mini tripod is it's more obvious on the mat. People will see that that you're using it or doing it. Just checking I'm in focus. I am. Up from that, you could use a proper tripod. Let me just film this again. You can see what my Osmo Pocket is on is in this big long tripod, and it's quite good if you want to get higher shots, but it's not very stable. As you can see when I do this, it's moving about. So it's not a particularly stable tripod to use on the mat when it's extended like that. So that's your options with the phone. And then I think in a category of its own is a 360-degree camera like this one. These have two cameras with 280-degree lenses, so they film a full 360-degree image that's stitched together. And you can, for example, put these on a long pole. You can put these on a long pole and film from the bottom of the climb all the way to the top. I'll insert some footage of this now. And then moving up and catching again, you have a proper camera. I say a proper camera, this is a DSLR, it's a mirrorless camera, so although it's a proper camera compared to a camera phone, there are much, much more expensive and higher quality cameras. I tend to use this for quality stuff. I tend to use it when I'm in the house filming things, or if I'm doing talking heads. My plan for this year is to use this more often, particularly when I go outdoor climbing. And if you want, the pinnacle of it is you have a gimbal for it. And this thing on a gimbal is for most people going to be absolute overkill. So I can lock this, I can film with it, and this most people are not going to use this. I plan to do higher quality videos with this, particularly outdoors, particularly for YouTube. So the highest quality I can, I'm filming with this. Up from tripod, what you have is a phone gimbal.
Gordon, someone's waiting to use the bench behind you.
They're not. I know you're not waiting to use it. I know that's not true. And up from the tripod is the phone gimbal. And the phone gimbal is good for a few things. This is an Insta360 Flow 2. It will tend to hold the phone steady, and also most phone gimbals these days will either have a built-in tripod like this one, or you can attach a tripod to it. And what this allows you to do, the reason I like this for filming yourself, is most of them come with tracking. So you can put this on the mat. You don't have to worry about it being wide enough screen to see the whole climb, because what you can do is set it to track you as you climb up the climb. I've only recently bought this, and I tested out between this one and the DJI one. This came out as the favourite. So I'll post some videos of that now, but this is a good option because not only can you use it for tracking yourself on the wall, filming yourself, it's actually good for other footage as well. The kind of stable footage you can get with this, and it will do some nice tricks. So that's phone gimbal. So now just a word on etiquette. Remember, this is not your climbing gym. People are there to climb. They don't want to have to accommodate you, and you shouldn't expect them to. Really often when I'm filming or someone's filming me, I have people apologise if they have to walk in front of me. My attitude is this: I'm there to film myself. If people want to walk past and interrupt my shot, fine. That's not my gym. They don't have to accommodate me, and people shouldn't have to accommodate you. So remember that when you're climbing. And also, people might not want to have cameras pointing at them all the time, so just make sure people are aware that you're filming. Don't go willy-nilly posting close-up shots of people. If you find this kind of information interesting or useful, then don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. So hopefully we've seen enough of the how-to video yourself climbing. But remember, the best camera you have is the one you have with you. So for most people, in most cases, your phone is going to be the best thing to do. So get someone else to film. If you're on your own, try balancing it on your chalk bag, or get a mini tripod, something unobtrusive that you can carry about with yourself. You don't want to leave big objects on the mat. So that's it. Videoing yourself, it's a good tool for development. It's a good tool for looking back at progress and see how much you've progressed since you started climbing. And also it's a good tool if you want to post things on social media, which some people do, some people don't. I completely understand. So that's it. Hopefully we've seen enough examples of the different methods of filming, and I look forward to continuing filming myself as I progress up to my target 7A this year perhaps. Keep watching to see that progress, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.